hips with the person facing down, and then there's a stronger way to work with the person facing up. So we can bring the leg up like this. I like to bring the leg up and then out like this. And then we can, we'll just move her arm there, and then we're going to, with her I'm going to use my elbow. With some very sensitive people I may use a finger, okay? And then I get, so we've got different bands coming up here. So this band I'm working on is going to be
you might use a finger like that?
Like this, on a very sensitive person. Yeah. And then I'm going to move the leg like this, okay? But on a bigger person, I generally use my elbow, and I use my body weight again. So I get my stance where I can use my leg strength and my body weight, okay? Instead of just pushing with my elbow on my shoulder, I'm going to lean in with my body. So I get her to breathe in, and then I lean in with my body weight, and then... Okay. And I can, the higher up I can get her leg, the deeper I can get in there. But again, usually I would do this after I've done the outer little toe band and all the little toe work, because I can feel if I go too hard, of course she's going to resist, yeah? But this is how it's done. You get the right spot. How's that pressure, Charlotte?
Oh, yeah, you know, both chill.
And then I can change my angle if I want to get in deeper and even add a little bit of... Yeah. Oh, if you get tired, just have a little
Why did I volunteer?
Yeah. Another way is to bring the leg up like this and use your other elbow. And then... But a deeper way to get in there is to have them in the side position. So I'll do your other side.
That would be wonderful, thank you.
And with you in the side position. And usually what we would do is put a rolled up towel, what that'll do. And then we bring this arm out like this. And we can do like a twist as well. Big breath. Well, she's too tight for that to click anything. So this actually gets in even deeper.
You might want to warm me up first. Take
for like
me
an hour. Yeah. And even less effort on my part, which is good. And we just sink in there. And I follow her sinking, and then with this arm I can just keep the twist open if it's too much.
I gotta bring that up.
Okay. Now the next move to get in deeper is to actually bring that leg up high. So if we can, yeah, we can get in, get a grip like this, and then with our elbow on one of those bands, and then we can even bring it back. That is definitely, yeah. And then we can just gently apply pressure. Again, if you're feeling a bit tired, you know, your head does weigh a bit, you know. Okay. Of course, she's. I'll show you how to use, we'll get her facing down and I'll click her back.
Oh, I might need that.
Yeah. My personal preference is having a face hole in a massage table because I break these things from time to time.
You do or they do?
I do. So what I do with clicking it back usually is just warm it up. Well, that click just from there. Then I get her to take a deep breath in. catch your breath, actually. Sorry, I know what I hear when you have big breasts. It can be a bit uncomfortable. Was that okay?
Yeah.
So I got some before I did it. Another way for a bigger person, you can do this. So let me just explain. Whenever you're doing a clicking of the back,
Yes.
what's that?
I guess that would be
I was just gonna say, you gotta tell them how you're doing it.
Yeah. So when you're clicking the back, your pressure should always be beside the spine, not too wide. If you're too wide, you're on the ribs and you could break somebody's ribs, okay? And you don't want pressure on the spine itself, and you want equal pressure. So you're on the big toe sacrum band, in fact, these muscles coming up beside. Now, I get that pressure sometimes in different ways, and that could be like this. This is one of the moves I like on a sort of light to medium person. I would use my hand here, so this part here, so different parts of my hands, and I actually turn the skin first to create less movement, because without turning the skin, this is how much movement I've got without taking my hands off her skin. And I could be going into her ribs, I could be going into her spine, all sorts of stuff. So the turning of the skin is merely to stop that movement, okay? And then I want to make sure I've got equal pressure here. And if you look at what I'm doing, I'm not on her spine. That's her spine right there. So on either side, okay? Now this can be done through a multitude of techniques to get that pressure. I could do it with my hands, I could do it with my elbows, okay? I could do it like this grip, you know. Some people do it differently. On a baby, I usually click a baby's back. Like if it's my own baby, I'll just hold them up against me and use my fingers. Click, 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 you know. With like a 4-year-old, I might hold them, you know, if it's my own kid, I'll hold them up against me like that. Or just, even if they're on the table, I might just use thumbs either side of the spine, you know, boom, boom, boom. Obviously with an adult, that's not enough pressure. With a very heavy person, like if you guys are trying to get my back, you may need to stand on me, exactly. Or hop on the table and use your knees here and hold the table like that. And then you push your knees into it. I'm not going to demonstrate that move, so I've actually never done it on anybody. I've had it, yeah. I have a feeling it would break the table, but.
I've tried your back standing on it.
Yeah. And when you stand on a back, you can put the arch of your foot here, and you can have one even here, and then walk your feet like this. Or you could have like bars on the roof. I had a lady in Hong Kong do it with bars on the roof, so she's holding that and using her big toes. Click, 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 click. And she got, that's right here, hold on to the chairs. Click, click, click. Happy to have you guys do that on me. I would crush most of you guys. So generally those moves would be done on somebody of your own weight or greater.
Yeah.
Or like I used to do them on my son, even though like he was maybe 20 kilos lighter than me, but he was younger and more, you know, and I'd still, he was quite big. So my oldest one, and I would do it like that. So, but as I say, I would only stand on somebody who would be my own. I'm about 115 kilos, so. And I was 143. So that's what I wanted to show you. You guys have probably have you all done like shoulder moves, like these kinds of holding and moving the shoulder around a bit, getting right in here and working it, having the shoulder up like this, and then bringing it around and, you know, getting into that outer little finger band. This looks great on massage videos when you do this, but I don't use it that often, but I will use it for this band. And it just feels kind of nice just getting in behind there. Have you all done moves like this where you can get in? You could use your hands.
Call that the water pump.
The water pump, that's a good one.
The other one's the nutcracker, where you put pressure on and then bring the leg in.
The nutcracker? That does not sound good. Please don't do that one on me.
For women only.
Yeah. Only they don't have nuts you can crack them, yeah. Might veto that. And did you all do the like working in the side position and getting into this area with the sacrum? Have you guys all got the hang of that?
I haven't shown Danielle yet.
Okay. Do you want to go back into your side position? So the side position gives you the absolute best access to this area here, okay? So when we got the big toe sacrum band, it comes right through here. You've got the sacral bone that actually comes out like that, right? The spine is here. And this area you want to be careful of and not really work, okay? Sometimes people are like, oh, I really felt this really tight spot here. I'm like, that's their bone. Don't loosen it. But, yeah. Oh, I really loosened that. Yeah, I can walk here.
There's
but
sacrum nails like this.
Yeah.
there's a very important area along here. So the big toe sacrum band actually comes through here along the curve of the buttock, and then on this side you'll see it comes down through here. Okay?
Runs right beside the butt cleavage.
Yeah. Yeah, right beside the butt cleavage. Yeah.
That's the no-go zone. We don't go into that area, right?
Right. So we're not going to work like around here, but we can, and sometimes I might just, make sure I got a trusting relationship with a person. Maybe not first time, but if I trust them, they trust me. Again, it's not a very central thing at all to have this area work.
Nope, sure. In no way whatsoever is
That's right.
Brendan making me feel uncomfortable in a bad way.
Yeah. And don't use oil here in case you slip. Okay? That would be. I can say that. The higher we get the leg, the better we can get access to this area. And this is a fantastic area because we got a lot of nerves coming out of here. We got nerves coming down the sciatic nerves to our legs, to our reproductive organs. Okay, and in animals, this is a great area too because the tail comes out here. And a lot of animals both love it and kind of they want to kind of bite you a little bit, but they love it, So great.
Can I flip over and have you work the other side?
Sure.
It's tighter.
Yeah. One area that I find I would not use elbows in this area except on a very large person. Because the bone is here and we want to, it's hard on your thumbs, but you just have to be very careful not to be hitting. Does everybody just want to feel this? So that's bone, okay? That's a yeah, that's right. And that's where you really don't want to be working, okay?
So,
There.
where exactly are you?
I'm in from that because the bone comes sort of out here, right? And the band comes over it. And so I'm here and I am, like I say, it's a little bit intimate, but it doesn't feel in any way intimate, right?
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't feel like you're even close to anywhere that would.
No, that's right. So, it's still within, like I say, it might look a little bit weird, but it doesn't feel that way. Okay, and then I follow that up, and then here I might even use an elbow to flick over that, But it's a very important area, and a lot of people have a lot of congestion in there. Women who have had epidurals tend to be it really messes them up in there for years afterward, and it'll be quite a.
Release the sciatic too.
It helps release the sciatic. So this one, it all helps. And you've got different bands coming in through here, like the bottom little toe band that are less obvious.
It's where I feel all my tension from the sacrospinal fixation that I had done.
Yeah,
It's
that
all
would be.
right around the tailbone.
Yeah, so we go right in about there. And as I say, for me, it's easier. Well, it's just better with thumbs. If I'm very careful and experienced, then I could use an elbow in there, and that doesn't feel too bad, does
That
it?
actually feels better.
Yeah, because my elbow's stronger, but I have experience and know exactly what I'm doing. The danger of using an elbow, if you don't know what you're doing, is hitting these bones, okay?
I just tell my clients too, I'm trying to get as close to your bone as possible without being on it. Please let me know if I'm.
That's right. And I couldn't use my elbow on a very thin person, there's too much going on. My elbow is quite a big, heavy elbow. But having said that, elbows vary a lot, okay? So some of you guys are gonna have what I call pointy elbows. You've got quite pointy elbows, you've got pointy elbows. Yours are a little bit more like mine. Yours are pointy, that's a very You need a license for that thing. Yeah.
I
Yeah. What it also means is that with half the amount of pressure with a pointy elbow, you can achieve a similar but different effect. You're certainly going to get the same level of depth. It's going to feel a little bit more pointy. A lot of people think my elbow is quite nurturing compared to a pointy elbow, but I have to use quite heavy pressure to get the depth. Whereas a pointy elbow is like, you know. So they're just different tools. We just got to recognize what tools we have within our own body.
So what's the boundaries of her bone
I
now?
mean,
What's that?
maybe I.
Zara's got a pretty pointy one.
Yeah.
You got a pretty pointy one, and so do you.
Do they want to try?
Do you want to try?
Sure.
Okay. This is the spot where I feel like she needs it, and a nice pointy elbow would probably be quite nice in there for her.
Right in. I'm gonna feel off my.
Yeah, feel with your thumbs first, especially. And Charlotte, you give her guidance if she's on the wrong spot, please.
Okay.